following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Freaky Friday with the crew. Yeah. Welcome to the SWBC Mortgage Living Room, live from Frisco, Texas. Shannon Gross, Nate Newton, Jesse Holley, Kurt Daniels coming to you on this Cowboys home weekend. Excited. Can't wait. This is going to be a good litmus test for this team. They're playing an up-and-coming Browns team. We got all kind of nice things today. We got nice, not nice. We got our picks. And we're going to talk a little Cowboys football. Where should we start, Kurt?
Did we ever think the Browns would be a litmus test?
No. Not in my lifetime, no. But I think, what are y'all's thoughts? I think this is a good test for this team because they're facing a strong running game, not so great passing game, but they have receivers that can possibly, have big play potential. Is this a good litmus test to see where this team is at?
I tell you what,
what is happening in our background right now?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Somebody's making origami, or they're driving by the airport, or something. I'm willing to bet it's Nate.
Yeah.
Somebody's bringing somebody some bags of chips or something. I don't know.
You know what? Shannon always blames me, man. Why has always got to be
I didn't blame anybody. Did I blame anyone? I just asked if somebody had a bag of chips in the back.
They say, get the pig will squeal.
I'm not blaming you, Nate, but once you said something, the noise stopped.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not blaming you.
Y'all notice how I looked over, right? Y'all notice how I looked over.
I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you, Nate. I'm not saying that you're the one or anyone in your household is the one.
But you said something, kind of looked over there, right?
You gave that.
Now the perpetrator done ran out of the room.
You looked over and gave that Ike Turner look, and it stopped.
Yeah.
You gave that eat the cake anime look, and it stopped. So I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying that it's you. I'm just saying.
I don't know who the worst, me or the Cleveland Browns. We just can't get it
right. What do you guys think? Is this a good test, or should this just be a walk in the park that Dallas should just take care of business with no problem?
I'm going to say this to get out of the way real quick. These guys are simple. They like running the ball. They like play action pass. They got a sturdy defense. Ain't nobody trying to fake you out. Ain't nobody trying to trick you. Now let's see what the Cowboys can do.
The more we've talked about the Browns, the more worried I've gotten, because they're stronger than their history has been. In the past they've been kind of a joke. And when we were picking games at the beginning of the season, my thought was, it's the Browns. We're at home. Chalk up the win, but I don't know, man. Now, the way the Cowboys have looked in the first 3 weeks, and the Browns, the way they're built, I'm a little worried.
Week by week, the Dowdy said it is.
I know. I may be buying tickets with Shannon to Mexico in another.
You know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Jets game last year, where at the beginning of the year you looked at it, you were like, "This is not going to be a problem. Like, this is a win. Right. There's a few teams in the league that when you play them, you automatically say, that's not a problem. This is a win." I think this is one that at the beginning of the year you looked at it, you're like, not a problem. But now the closer you get to it, it's like, they got some players. So what do you think, Jess?
Voice of reason.
In a normal year, and if we had everything that we were supposed to have, offseason, all that kind of stuff, this would be one of those games where we just chalk it up and say, Browns coming to town, Browns are just coming in, we're going to get a victory and we move on. But when you add injury, when you add lack of all the things that we've had, and you add to the fact that we have not played sound football in the first 3 weeks of the season, these games we start to nitpick. We start to try to find every little thing of where it can go wrong. If the grass ain't cut to a certain extent, if Jerry don't roll out the right set of grass, we just might not be able to do it. If the roof is open, that might make the ball sail a little bit. If the doors are open, we start finding all these little things. And Nate, not to bring any of our pre-show talk into it, but you said, boy, when it comes to the Cowboys, folks will sell some stats. Folks will make up some numbers. Folks will find some things when it comes to the Cowboys. But because this team has played so inconsistently, this team has played so undisciplined, and this team has played so sloppy 3 games of the season, we come into this game now and we begin to look at those things that may have been minor, that may have been small, but now they are magnified to a certain level where it lends fear, it lends doubt, and it allows doubt to creep in and puts that little, a little caution in that we may not be able to win this football game.
I was reading a Browns blogger for USA Today. He has 5 reasons why he thinks why the Browns are going to win. 5 reasons why they're going to win.
Why they going to win? What's the 5 reasons?
Tell me if you agree or not. The Browns' defensive line is better than the Cowboys' offensive line.
I agree. Ooh. I agree 100%. They are.
All right. The Browns' offensive line is better than our defensive line.
I agree.
They are. They are.
I agree.
The Cowboys won't be able to stop Nick Chubb.
I agree.
I agree.
The Cowboys are having trouble covering.
I agree.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
And the last one is because the Browns have an identity, even though both teams have new coaches, they have better coaching than the Cowboys.
Oh,
I
Lord.
agree.
I don't agree.
All of that on paper sounds good, but they still got to line up in that stadium and prove all of that. Am I correct, Jesse?
No, you're right. And if you look at the rosters like currently constructed, like Cleveland may have a better man-for-man roster. If we took the roster and we just went man-for-man all the way down and the 53 guys on that roster, we'll look at it and we'll go, Cleveland may have a better roster if we're just looking at names, right? But to Nate's point, they got to get out there in the field and actually do something. And the fact of the matter is, Baker Mayfield is still their quarterback.
And they're fighting ghosts too, bro. Because what the Ravens did, if we can somehow, somewhere, not defensively, but offensively, take off like the Ravens did, if we do have that capability, now it puts that doubt in their mind. It's who can succumb to their demons first in this game. Will the Cowboys say, oh, wow, here we go again. What Cleveland say, oh, man, we the same old guy. Here go Baker trying to slang it. It's whoever succumbs to their demons first. Wow. I really believe that. But those 5 points was great. And make sure you write that dude and tell him, man, to put himself up for some type of award.
Hey, how important do you guys think it is of all weeks for this week for this team to start off quick and get 10 to 14 points ahead right from the jump to take away the running game and put that running game in? Wow. Put the ball game in Baker Mayfield's hands. How important is that this week?
Big time.
Major.
Big time, man.
Major.
So coach doesn't need to defer if we win the toss this week. We need to take the ball, go straight down the field, and put 7 on the board, right?
Not only do you need that to put Cleveland's running game kind of almost sideline, you need it for your own confidence. You need it for your own team's confidence that they actually believe that they can come out and get a lead on somebody. They need that confidence. Your defense needs that confidence. Like
Not 3, 7.
You need to come out and get a lead. It's 10, 14 points on the team because your team needs that. The Cowboys need that for their mental stability. That puts them in a different mindset. If they can get out and say, you know what, we got a 10, 14, 7, 10, 14 point lead. 14 point lead would do wonders for this defense. It would allow you to play a different style, a more aggressive style, and it gives you room for a little bit of the error so guys aren't pressing, thinking they have to hit the home run every single down, offensively, defensively, and special teams.
Force of reasoning at its best.
Kurt,
Shannon, that was a great question. Come on, Kurt. You got to back that up with a better question. Come on, Kurt.
Well, yeah, sure. Are you surprised that the over/under in this game is 55? I mean, a lot of people are talking about this being a shootout. Is that that's what the Cowboys need, don't they?
I don't know what the score going to be on this one. I really don't. Got a feel, Jess? I don't have a feel for this. I don't.
55, man. So that's what that's at least I'm scoring both 25 points apiece. So that could go either way. I think, man, when I look at the Browns defense, what makes them special is their front four. See, the Browns, what the Browns have done, they've built a front four where they don't have to, like Seattle, bring extra guys. They've been good enough up front where they've been able to create pressure with their front four. So they've dropped 7 guys in coverage. Now the problem is with Cleveland, just like the Cowboys, is that they get their eyes, they get involved in the eye candy and their eyes start wandering and off their keys and off their position, and that's where they get in trouble at. Maybe they're watching that front four get pressure and hoping to jump something, but they're going to rush the 4 and get pressure with the 4 and drop 7. So the Cowboys, they have to be able to capitalize on that. Guys gotta be stout. Connor Williams got to be stout. Looney or Biadish or whoever's playing, wherever's playing. If Looney comes back to playing center and Martin goes back to guard and now you move Knight over to right tackle because Tyron will be supposedly playing this Sunday. All those things help, and now you're able to attack their secondary. But this game is going to come down to the Cowboys really wanting to win this game. They're going to be afforded the opportunity to win this game. It's all about can they capitalize on those opportunities.
Man,
yeah, some of the
that's if we put them behind the chains, because if they stay even with the chains are ahead on their offense, the chances will be not as great as because Jess, I understand what you're saying. If we can get a lead, then it throws them into a little bit of a panic. But if we don't maintain be even or leaving, then their confidence is gonna grow, because everybody, believe it or not, we are 1-2, they're 2-1. But believe it or not, coming into Texas Stadium means more to them than to us.
AT&T Stadium.
Yeah. And their 2 wins were what? Bengals and Washington. So, maybe we're overthinking this too much. Maybe they're not all that cracked up what they're be. They got blown out by Baltimore. So.
Yeah, we thought the same thing about the Rams. They 2-1
Well,
too.
Rams and Seattle are definitely better. So, we've had a tougher schedule thus far.
This is what we can't, and see how you're thinking. And the Cowboys, some of their players are thinking the same way. And that's the good thing about, I hope, Coach McCarthy, as it was with Jimmy Johnson. It didn't matter who it was. Now, he didn't go overboard with all these sayings and shirts and all that. He just told us, fellas, like Jesse said earlier, we have the better roster. We have the better players. And we can out-execute these guys. Do your job. I ain't asking you to go crazy mentally, get all hyped up, but I'm asking you to do your job, be the best player you can be, and if we win it by 1 point or 20 points, I don't care. But this team should not beat us. If Coach going in there with some rah-rah speech about Cleveland, that's wrong. Just go in there and say, fellas, this is who this guy is, this is who this guy is. We got the chance to beat these guys. Beat them. But don't let as we write, and I read the stuff, Jesse read the stuff. By the way, that was a great reverse you sent of San Francisco. Jesse. When you're reading stuff, we as players should not go overboard because we are the final piece. You can tell me how good Myles Garrett is, but I should not get hyped up because every article got him beating me on Sunday's matchups. Because I got a game plan in my mind and in the team's mind on how to negate this guy. I can't stop him, but how to slow him down because I'm the final piece. He got to go through me. So players should think that way. Even if I know a guy better than me, most of the guys I played are in the Hall of Fame. They're in the Hall of Fame. Most of the guys I played against are in the Hall of Fame. But I beat a lot of those guys through the help of the team and through me just making sure that I was the right type of player.
Well, fellas, let's take our first break. When we come back, we'll get into a little bit of nice, not nice, and we'll talk. Let's get into the injury report. A lot of people on the Browns injury report. Only 3 people on the Cowboys injury report yesterday. Fake news. We will get into that and a lot more when we come back on the next 2 segments of Hanging with the Boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again for Tailgating with the Otterbox Boys.
Otterbox, the company that builds wildly overprotective phone cases?
The one and only. But cases are just the start. Otterbox is the official outfitter of Tailgating.
If they can keep my phone safe, what can they do for my parking lot party?
How about protecting your beverages from suboptimal drinking temperatures with their elevation tumblers? And Otterbox elevation tumblers come in 3 sizes, a 10-ouncer, a 20-ouncer, and even a 64-ounce growler.
Check out all the colors and sizes of their elevation tumblers at Otterbox.com.
It's football season, and when you're tailgating with your friends and your family, you want the best meat on your grill. Pettigene Meats makes the best hot dogs, the Pettigene Griller, or the all-beef Franks will score. To complete that tailgate meal, Pettigene Meats has hickory smoked sausage, hot links, Polish sausage, and the best hickory smoked bacon and ham around. Available at your local retailer. And a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. It's Pettigene Meats. Taste the difference.
We can't wait to see the Cowboys back on the field, and we can't wait to pack AT&T Stadium to watch them play. When that time comes, SeatGeek is the place to get all of your tickets. Plus, tickets to the hundreds of games, concerts, rodeos, and other live events we'll all be able to enjoy again soon. Every SeatGeek purchase is protected by a buyer guarantee, which means you'll get your money back if your event is canceled. Guaranteed. SeatGeek. Let's go.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Come to the stadium this weekend and hang out with me, and that way you will know whenever I take a whole segment on Monday and tell you about my experience at AT&T Stadium, exactly what I am talking about. There's a limited number of tickets available and on sale. Get yours at DallasCowboys.com/tickets for the game this Sunday versus these Cleveland Browns. And these Cleveland Browns, by the way, welcome back to the SWBC Mortgage Living Room. You are listening to Hanging with the Boys, and I am sorry if you have tuned into this show because Fridays usually we don't ever know what's going to happen. It's usually we've done a good job this first segment. We haven't done anything too crazy, but I can guarantee you by the time we sign off at 1:15, something's going to happen. So hang in there for the next 20-ish minutes and just wait for it. All right, the injury report. Tavon Diggs, limited. Demarcus Lawrence did not participate. Tyron Smith, limited. Now, the Browns, there's a whole laundry list of guys. I won't get into the limited guys, but the notables did not participate. Adrian Claiborne yesterday. Tay Davis, linebacker. Ronnie Harrison Jr. Kareem Hunt.
Shannon, they've actually, Browns have listed who's out for Sunday now. And Greedy
who we
Williams.
got?
Let's go with it.
Yeah, Greedy Williams is out. He's been out all year, I think, cornerback. Adrian Claiborne is out. Ty Davis, linebacker's out. And then they've got 6 players. It's questionable. One of their guards, I think Joel Bitonia with a back.
He's out?
Well, he's questionable. He'll probably play. Kareem Hunt is now listed as questionable. They think he's going to play, but he's got that groin injury, so who knows how much. Olivier Vernon is supposed to play some, but he's questionable with the abdomen. He's going to be game time. And then Denzel Ward, their starting cornerback, he's battling a groin injury too, so he's questionable. They say Ronnie Harrison, their defensive back, and Odell Beckham, they will both be playing on Sunday. So they've got some guys banged up for sure.
Hey,
that
Kurt,
left guard, Joe. Go ahead on. I'm sorry.
I was just going to thank Kurt for letting me go through the whole entire list and get to the last name before he stopped me and told me there was an updated list. So appreciate that, Kurt.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Good teamwork. Thank you.
Sure. Joel Batonio,
Batonio,
left guard.
That's
big. That's big.
Yeah, he's tough.
That's big, fellas.
Hey, as
It's
players,
big.
Jesse, as players, do you pay attention to the injury report if you're the opposing team to know who's in and who's out, or is that just something you're just like whoever lines up against me, I'm good?
Nope. I'm looking. I'm checking.
You gotta look.
I'm checking.
You gotta look.
I'm checking. Well, one you have to look and make sure, because you may be coached up to face one guy, and if he doesn't play and now another guy's in there, you want to make sure, all right, am I doing my due diligence to understand how to play this player? So if I'm looking at my position and I'm a lineman, or for me, I'm a receiver, I'm saying, okay, who's in the secondary? If I'm the starter, then I'm probably going to know. If I'm, wide receiver 1, I'm probably going to know they're going to shade their best corner to my way. But if I'm like wide receiver 2 or 3, I'm looking and saying, oh, the nickel's not playing? Well, who's the backup to that? Because I need to know, is he aggressive in this? Is he aggressive in that? How has he gotten beaten before? So that allows me to prepare myself throughout the week. Because you want to have as much information as you possibly can get on the guy that you're facing, whether that be a starter and or your backup. And if the starter's out, you need to know what issues can this backup bring. Maybe he's actually faster than the starter, but maybe he's not as strong or as consistent. So if my mindset is just dealing with strength and he's all about speed, well, I'm going to end up losing to this backup guy because I'm focused on strength, and that's not his strong suit. His strong suit is speed. So you're always looking and watching, trying to figure out who's the guy you're going up against so that you can have as much information as possible for your job.
Do you get that?
Most coaches, bro, and most coaches ain't gonna let you slip. If Joel is not in there, that coach or his assistant is gonna bring you some type of quick report on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shannon, yeah, it's so true, man. If I'm playing a guy that I can just physically run over versus the run, and he's a so-so bull rusher, I'm like, man, I ain't got to move within 3 feet of my natural position. I'm going to handle this guy. But if I'm dealing with another guy, the guy from Minnesota, I can't think of his name now, but he was a great pass rusher, but he was a lateral guy that can get upfield quick. If I would have tried to power this guy, he was going to tap my hands and be past me, and Troy was going to be on his back. You got to know. I have an idea who you going into, because that can change the faith of your team and how people think about you.
You talking about John Randall? Is that who you're talking
John
about?
Randall.
Oh, don't mention the name. Oh, go with nightmares. Dog. Don't do that. I feel like he touching me all over.
So that's something you get. A coach will bring you that. You're not just getting that information off Twitter or off a website.
Bruh,
that's coaches bring that to you.
When you lose a stud player on a good team, the coaches say, okay, such and such is out, Nate. This is his backup. Now, they going to give you just a quick hint. Hey, they don't watch film. Well, look film I've seen, this is this guy. But as a professional, that's your job. You don't have no classes to go to. That's your job. So you go look this guy up. And if he hasn't played in 12 years, okay, that's fine. You start your basic mind. Hey, well, I'm going to set on him this way. You trying to set him up and fill him out. He's trying to set you up and fill you out if no film is there available for you. But 9 times out of 10, in this league that we play in, there's some film somewhere on somebody, because everybody just recycling players all over the place. We got 4 or 5 guys that ain't played for us. They playing for Cleveland and playing.
Yeah. Well, it could be a big loss with Denzel Ward out there. I think he's a top 20 cornerback rated by some. So, I mean, how do you know if at this point you don't know if he's playing? So how do you prepare? Do you prepare like
for
he is?
Denzel Ward.
Prepare for Denzel Ward and be ready for whoever's coming back in.
For anything else. See, because everything else will be a little bit less. Okay, but what you do, and correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm a receiver now and Denzel Ward ain't there, I'm running all of my routes. I'm being precise on my routes. So I'm trying to feel this guy out. So by halftime or by the first quarter, depending on how mentally strong and perceptive you are, you go to court, man, I got this dude on this. I threw this on him, but I got this dude on this move. Trust me. Now they gonna come to you, and if you don't perform, they ain't trusting you no more. But yeah. Is I'm correct, Jess? It's always if you don't have no film on the guy. If I didn't have no film on the guy, my first 4 or 5 pass sets gonna be perfect. If I see him on a slight outside eye, I'm one step and I'm perfect. Because I don't know what this dude. I don't know if he's quick. I don't know if he's powerful. But so I'm trying to be as perfect in everything I do. But once I figure him out, I said, man, when I set on this dude, he ain't doing nothing. I'm going to crush this dude. Now I'm aggressively setting on him, beating him down because I done filled him out just like a boxing match.
That's a perfect analogy.
As far as the Cowboys injuries, how are you feeling about Tyron? I mean, it sounds like he's going to play.
Tyron who?
Tyron Smith.
When I see him out there, I believe it. Let me say this, fellas. It comes a point as a player where you have to prepare like a guy's not going to be there. Like you're going to be on an island by yourself. You looking at this film. Like if Tyron was there, I could ask for a hand. Like when I knew Tua Nate was gonna be there, and I had John Randall on me, and we turning away, like Tua just put a hand out there, just give me something to make him think that he can't get upfield real quick. But if it ain't nobody there, if it's another guy, a backup guy, I'm like, okay, I gotta dance for this dude on my own. I gotta make sure I'm perfect set, and I gotta do what is right. Just gotta act like he's not gonna be there until he's there.
What about with Demarcus Lawrence? We know he's still hurt. Well,
act like he's there because he ain't there, so just do what you've been doing.
Man.
Oh, did I say something wrong? I'm sorry.
Do you think he needs to rest, though? I mean, you got a long season ahead. You only played 3 games. You got a long season ahead. Does that guy need to rest and get right instead of going out there 60, 70%?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Some players, elite players, can play with injury and be effective. Some players, depending on the injury, can't. And I joke, D-Law, I love D-Law. And we all sat here to a man saying, what is the Cowboys waiting on him to pay him? So, you know, I'm like, Mr. Jones, I had a right to tease him. Because I'm like, pay that man his money. Yeah. Lately, huh?
Yeah. Have you, when it comes to injuries, you know, if you play professional sports, you're an alpha dog. Like you are going to go out there unless you absolutely can't do it. And you know, like we talked about with D-Law, is he better resting? He's going to want to play. He's going to want to go out there unless, you know, you're risking further injury by going out there. Have you ever heard of a guy, a teammate going up to a guy and being like, "Hey man, you ought to sit this one out. We need you rested up. We need you, you know, full 100% or 90% going down the stretch. Maybe you need to sit this one out." Or is that just kind of a no-no? You don't get into a man's business when he's a teammate.
I've never stepped over there. I would ask the guy, man, how are you feeling? Mm-hmm. You know, I've said more to guys when I finished playing football than when I ever did when I played. You know, because you don't know what's going through a guy's mind, you know, and then to tell a guy to sit. Mm-hmm. Not when I played, because when you sat on our team and you weren't a part of the triplets or the big 2 on defense, you normally lost your job. Our team was good when I played, dog.
You just mind your business. You say, you know, you ask them like they said, "You good? You know what you got for us?" But for the most part, you know, you can't tell nobody. Now you might have your own conversation, you know, personally at home, you know, a little pillow talk with your lady, your girl, whatever, and, you know, or your small group of friends, and you say, "Man, dog, so and so, man, he killing us. I don't know why he don't go da 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 da." But for the most part, man, you mind your manners and mind your business.
All right, we're going to mind our business, and we're going to mind our $10 a show so we can pay these bills and take this last break. So we will be back. We will have a little nice, not nice for you, and maybe something else. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But we will be back.
And our picks.
Grace.
And our picks. Yeah, and our picks. Here in about, I don't even know how.
I know who's going to win this game. I promise you that.
Okay.
Guarantee.
Find out who Nate thinks is going to win. Big surprise coming. Big surprise coming when we come back on Hangin' with the Boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again for Tailgating with the Otterbox Boys.
Otterbox, the company that builds wildly overprotective phone cases?
The one and only. But cases are just the start. Otterbox is the official outfitter of tailgating.
If they can keep my phone safe, what can they do for my parking lot party?
How about protecting your beverages from suboptimal drinking temperatures with their elevation tumblers? And Otterbox elevation tumblers come in 3 sizes: a 10-ouncer, a 20-ouncer, and even a 64-ounce growler.
Check out all the colors and sizes of their elevation tumblers at Otterbox.com.
It's football season, and when you're tailgating with your friends and your family, you want the best meat on your grill. Pettigene Meats makes the best hot dogs, the Pettigene Griller, or the all-beef Franks will score. To complete that tailgate meal, Pettigene Meats has hickory smoked sausage, hot links, Polish sausage, and the best hickory smoked bacon and ham around. Available at your local retailer. And a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. It's Pettigene Meats. Taste the difference.
We can't wait to see the Cowboys back on the field, and we can't wait to pack AT&T Stadium to watch them play. When that time comes, SeatGeek is the place to get all of your tickets. Plus, tickets to the hundreds of games, concerts, rodeos, and other live events we'll all be able to enjoy again soon. Every SeatGeek purchase is protected by a buyer guarantee, which means you'll get your money back if your event is canceled. Guaranteed. SeatGeek. Let's go.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
We are back to the SWBC Mortgage Living Room. Frisco, Texas. Shannon Gross, Jesse Holly, Kurt Daniels, Nate Newton. And if you are coming to hang out with me at the stadium this Sunday, know before you go. Make sure you know before you go. Wear a mask, keep distance, and be prepared for cashless transactions when you buy them cold beers at the stadium. Please be aware of all safe stadium policies prior to arriving at the stadium. Visit DallasCowboys.com/SafeStadium for details. Bring your mask, bring your hand sanitizer, bring your party pants, because the Cowboys are going to party all over the Browns' face on Sunday. Let's go. All right. What's that?
Party pants. I like it.
Party pants.
Hey.
All right.
Wear your mask, people. This COVID stuff is real.
It's real.
Okay, let me ask y'all this right here.
Even y'all leader found that out.
Hey, check this out.
What's that?
What was that commercial while we was in break? What was the name of that store, that place?
Pettigene Meats.
Who that?
Pettigene Meats.
Hey, Jesse, please text them and tell them that we want them. All right, that we need them. All right, thank you. That's all I had to say.
You know I ain't afraid to beg.
All right, let's get into a little nice, not nice before we get into our picks. I'm going to say a name, and based off of, how do y'all want to do it? Just off of last week, or you want to say the season so far? How you want to do this?
However you want to do it, man. Not nice, not nice, and grace. Okay. However you want to do it, Shannon. It's your deal.
All right.
Grace means we give it some more time.
Yeah, give some more time. Not nice, you know what that means. Nice, you know what that means.
Yeah.
Let's start it off. Let's just do it on the season to date, the season so far. This is a guy that I don't know how I feel about this one. I may say grace on this guy, but I'm going to throw it out there. Jesse, let's go to you first. Jordan Lewis.
Grace. Grace, but the scale is tilting toward not nice. You begged for playing time. You wanted playing time. You were upset and with Chris Richard and that coaching staff because you felt that they didn't value your productivity and your ability. Now that you're getting it, you ain't really. So I'm gonna give you a little grace, but just know that my scale is tilting towards not nice.
Nate,
this is the 4th game, and after this game here, all grace is gone for everybody. For real. I'm serious. I said to myself, I'm going to give you to the 4th, 5th game. Brother, it's time to start playing with these Cleveland Browns. What you think, Kurt?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're getting to a point where they're nice or they're not nice. I mean, I will give Jordan some grace, though. But he might be one of these guys that is a solid for 30 snaps, but now, like Jesse said, he's got to play 60 snaps, and maybe he's getting overexposed a little bit. Hopefully not.
What happens, and it seems like, I don't know if it's around the league or if it's just, we watch this team so much, but it seems like it happens in the secondary a lot. You see potential out of guys, and like, an Anthony Brown, like the arrow is pointing up, and then something happens in their progression, and they either stall out or they take a couple of steps back, and then sometimes they'll rebound after that, and then the arrow goes back up. But it seems like, with the secondary in particular, we've seen that happen at linebacker a little bit. It doesn't seem like that happens a ton on the offensive and defensive lines, or maybe I'm just not realizing it. But what happens with when a player does that? Is it like what Kurt said, you're good for a limited number of snaps, and then once you do that, you start getting exposed, so they pull you back and they kind of slot you in, you need to stay within this snap count? Or is it just something mental that goes on? I
will explain it to you, brother. I will explain it to you.
Please do. Preach, Dave. Preach.
The further out you go, the more you can be exposed singularly. Cornerback is a single position, and you can be exposed once they know your weaknesses if they have the right receiver. Vice versa, if you have the right corner, you can be exposed as a wide receiver. We as offensive linemen, normally you don't have 2 or 3 studs on the line, so we can turn, we can bump, we can get a running back, we can get a tight end. So we close-knit and we close and we can cover. The further out you go, the more you get exposed. Everybody ain't elite.
And the first thing that came to my mind was film. The
yes,
more
sir.
people see you,
yes,
the more your tendencies begin to show. Like and that's the part that I don't understand about this team. Like the good ones watch tons and tons of film because they're trying to find all of the little tendencies that they can capitalize on against you. And if you don't think it's worth enough for you to sit down and dedicate the time to really break down your opponent, then you deserve all the exposure and bad things that happen to you because it is there. Like, and that's the thing about football. As complicated as it is, it's there. The information is there. The eye in the sky will not lie to you. It will not lie to you. What you see is what you see. Now, take that information, and you may not just be all out better than that man, but give yourself an opportunity to be the very best that you can. I just don't think film watching is as utilized and as coveted as it was prior to this internet age happening. I think more stuff now, guys get so distracted and don't, we have a generation of young people who can't sit in place for a long time. So I don't think they like to watch film. Like, I just find it very hard to believe that there's, and I'm not saying every player, I'm saying the large majority of them don't watch enough film.
If it's not about drama or self-gratifying action, if it's not about drama or self-gratifying action, they're not going to pay attention. Wow. They're not going to pay attention. And we're in an age where you can walk in your house. We're at an age, stay with me. We're at an age where I can walk in my house, Siri, cut on my TV, and bring up such and such game on NFL Network. Think about it now.
Amen.
Siri, turn on my TV and bring up such and such on my iPad, because you can hook it right into your TV. Bring up such and such on my iPad. I want to know about all the third and fourth down pass rushes. I've seen it happen, bro.
And you can even ask somebody like, our Chris Beam, who's behind the scenes and does a lot of the film work. When you get cut ups, there are so many cut ups.
Thank you.
So let me break this down. So every position coach, offensively and defensively, has a day that they present to the team. So one coach may have, hey, here's Tennessee that they have on 1st and 10. Hey, here's 3rd down day. Here's red zone day. So when you get this film, the film that you're getting is just a
plethora.
I'm looking for the word. I'm looking for a word. It's just a buffet. It's a buffet of just all that particular.
Don't talk about buffet, dog.
Sorry, but so if I want to know what a team does on 1st down, there's clips for that. Oh, you can find it, man. It's all cut up for you. Technology has given you an advantage, and a lot of these players don't use it. Sorry. Let's go to the next subject.
Okay.
That's nice, though. All of that was nice. Nice.
Jesse and Nate, y'all both get a nice on that. Kurt, you got some grace. You got some work to do. All right, next guy. Trayvon Diggs. I think we all know he's got the potential, but he's been getting burned a lot.
Grace for me.
Some grace, all right.
For me. Yeah, for me.
Yeah, grace.
Kurt?
He's young. He's learning. He's showing flashes, but he's had some.
But by the 6th game, all that grace goes away. I'm just being honest with me.
He gets 6 games because he's a rookie, right?
Yes, he does. Yes.
Okay.
So,
yes,
6 games, even for a rookie cornerback.
Yeah, I got to give him grace because by then maybe Don Terry will start doing something.
Nah.
Jesse, Diggs.
I'm giving Diggs some grace, but come on, son. Come on.
All right. Here's a guy that
me to hear you guys say that, because he's a young guy. I would think that he'd need a year to really get comfortable in a season.
This is a new NFL, Kurt. Kurt, he just gave you gave you everything in the world about technology, and you chose to ignore it like the players. That's not.
And Diggs comes from pedigree. Diggs,
he's from Alabama, dog.
Don't give me that. Technology, pedigree. I mean, this is the NFL. No. You know it's a jump.
I get that it's a jump, but when I look at Diggs, I'm like, Diggs, you've been around, like your brother has been in the league for a very long time. You spent tons and tons of off seasons with him, working out with him. Like your brother is a Pro Bowl wide receiver. So that means he's probably working out with some other Pro Bowl wide receivers. You got a little bit of a leg up on everybody else because you've had an opportunity to get some of the top-notch training. You go into the top-notch schools. You've been around a professional for the last, how long has Stephon Diggs been in the league? For whatever it is.
5 years.
You've been around him. So you got a little bit of a leg up on everybody else. So your gap should be a little bit more close to being closed than most rookies who are coming into this league.
So what Denzel Ward second year? Tell me how many.
I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up here. Hold on.
Maybe year 2 or 3 for him, yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, man, Denzel Ward, his rookie year, he was nice. He was nice. Now he was a 1st-round pick, but he was nice.
He's in his 3rd year. He was a Pro Bowl his first year.
Ooh, yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, let's move on. That was not a very long segment. We only got to 2 guys because now we have to give our score for the game so Chris can get out of here. Let's start with you, Kurt. Cowboys versus Browns. What's your score?
I'm scared, but I think the Cowboys will win. I do think they've got more firepower. The Browns they've won 2 games. They haven't beaten anybody. And the Cowboys are at home for whatever that's worth. So I'm saying they're going to win. It'll be something like 33-21.
33-21. Nate.
Hey, man, if we get out of this with the skin of our teeth, we'll be happy, baby. By the skin of our teeth, we win this game.
Cowboys by 0.5 point. All right.
Yeah.
Jesse. Cowboys and Saints have the easiest tie for the easiest schedule remaining in the National Football League. They're both 1-2. This is the week that the Cowboys have to. They must to. I implore you, get on their winning ways. You gotta start now. So I'm going with the Cowboys. I'm not saying that confidently, but I'm going with the Cowboys. I'm going 35-28.
35-28. I will also go with the Cowboys. Now, Cowboys, I know everybody on the team listens to this show. If y'all don't,
everybody got a butt this week but me.
If y'all don't take care of business this week, I am booking my Mexico trip, and I am done. I'm done for the year. I might not even come to the show anymore. Like, I need you to win this week. I need to know who you are. I need to see an identity this week. I need this to be the turning point in the season where we look back at this game and we go, this is when it all clicked. This is when they figured it out. I am going Cowboys. I'm going to go 34-28 Cowboys. All right, before we get out of here, let's go around the horn.
This is the Cleveland Browns, y'all.
This
is the Cleveland Browns.
This is the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, exactly.
We all had them winning unanimously at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
We still do.
Wow, man. All of y'all.
It's still unanimous. It's still unanimous.
All of y'all not nice.
I'm
like a little kid. I'm like Chris Beam kid. Chris Beam kid, not nice, Daddy, not nice.
Real quick before we get out of here, one quick point. We're already over time. One quick point. The Cowboys win if what, Jesse?
If Nick Chubb has less than 100 yards rushing.
Ooh.
Kurt,
if our offensive line play better than their defensive line.
Kurt?
Turnovers in field position.
All right, I'm going to go with if they get a 10 to 14 point lead at the beginning of the game. That is it.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for keeping us on the air.
Way to go, Shannon. You had the best one, baby.
Jesse, thanks for bringing it. Kurt, you stay nice. We'll be back on Monday after this Cowboys victory. Go Cowboys. Hanging with the boys.
Go Cowboys.
Go.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!